I'm not tech savvy. Go again.
Hi Charlotte, we love you and we're here to support you and we're very glad to be with you for this very special occasion.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Helped with one of the annual fundraisers.
That's true.
So that's where you most
I remember you doing it.
annual events. Yeah. When we used to have whatever that was. It was fun. I enjoyed it as long as there was good energy. And then they got fancy.
They got what?
They got fancy.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, they made it into Revolve. Hi.
Hi.
I haven't seen you since you got back.
Yes, I know.
I know.
We
I
missed
hope
you
you
at our
had
last gathering.
I was sick. But, yeah, except we have to relocate. We have to relocate. It's gone. The restaurant is gone. We have to find another one. No, it's video.
Hi Howard. Howard is with us.
Yes, he is.
I'm doing the pictures. You're also filming the pictures. Yeah. Well, still pictures. I'm doing the still.
Oh, does he mind?
Maybe one was sitting on the bench.
Oh, sorry.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Welcome, and thank you, Charlotte, for this special gathering. I think we're gonna hear specifically from Charlotte, but this is a very, very special and sacred spot. This spot right here. I think most of you know why, and it's going to be made even more sacred for a very, very long time. With this dedication today, and I just want to welcome everybody here. We have services starting at 6, so we need to move along relatively quickly at this point. But I wanted to start by just teaching a song that has been really speaking to me very much recently, and it feels appropriate. I don't have one of these for everybody, but maybe if you can share one between two. I think it's hard to escape the pain of the world right now. There's so much to be concerned about. There's so much anxiety that we have for Israel and for so many other places. And it feels like a dedication like this is such an act of love. In the Jewish tradition, we talk about the concept of chesed, which is really a special kind of love. Chesed is really about loving a kind of covenantal loving kindness, chesed. And so these three words that come from the book of Psalms say Olam Chesed Yibaneh, which simply means the world will be built through love. I mean, it's not actually a literal translation, but a colleague of mine in Berkeley, twin city of Boulder, said he set this to music, and he wrote this right after 9/11 as a promise to his children, with the words Olam Chesed Yibaneh in Hebrew, and I will build this world from love, and you must build this world from love. When we build this world from love, then God will build this world. And if we build this world from love, ya la 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 la, then God will build this world from love. La 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 la. Everybody, Olam Chesed Yibaneh.
Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Olam Chesed Yibaneh.
Ya la 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 la. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Ya la 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 la. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. ya da da, ya da da, ya ya da da, ya da da, ya. So at this point, we're going to hear from the artist and creator of this project, Jessica Adams.
Hi. So I got to know Howard when we went with Bonet on the trip to Israel with many of the people who were here. And I have a question for you. When do you want to actually unveil it?
It's not now, when?
Okay, because some of what I'm going to talk about is what it looks like, but you can't see it. So go ahead.
Should we do it?
So, drum roll.
Woo! Oh my. Oh, is that gorgeous?
So I got to know Howard on our trip to Israel, and I had the pleasure of knowing he and Charlotte individually and as a couple. And there's so many things I could talk about, but I think I will start with, I personally love imperfections. And each one of us, as we all know intimately of ourselves, are imperfect. And the way this worked out, the sandbags are not part of the design. But I feel like they bring Howard into it, because for all of his wonderfulness, he was wonderfully stubborn. And this concrete is wonderfully stubborn, and it just hasn't dried. And I feel like what made this imperfect unveiling is involving Howard more than it had it gone smoothly. So design-wise, the concept was really having a couple that together make a whole. So we have like the curving arc that together are continuous lines, but the split represents the separation between individuals and the separation between life and death. And Howard loves to garden, and so we really wanted to make sure that the grass could grow in and around the bench. And these pomegranates are featured on Howard's headstone, and they're an ancient Jewish agrarian symbol. And what I liked about having them in the negative space is that it reminds us of what's departed, what isn't. And I think that's as much as I'll say, because I know we don't have a lot of time. So thank you all. I hope it's years of enjoyment. I will add one little thing, which is the talit that covered the bench will, God willing, in a year be Leo's talit when he's bar mitzvah. Oh. And God willing be someday a chuppah. So I also think, I like to think Howard will continue as Leo. Thank you. Thank you.
So this is a happy day for me, and if I have tears, they're happy tears. We were married on October 16th, 27 years ago, at this very spot. And that's why I wanted to have this here as a memory of Howard for everyone to enjoy. How can you say something about someone you loved who was very special in your life and the center of my world, and at the same time, as Jessica said, he could be the most wonderful, and he could be so stubborn, and he could be, he was creative and intelligent, and he was one of the most wonderful gardeners I ever saw. He was a child of the Depression, and so on one hand he was frugal, and on the other hand he was generous. He was a complex human being with all the ups and downs and grays that we all have, and I loved him dearly. And we had too short a time, and yet I'm very appreciative that we had the 25 years that we had. It's really quite wonderful. I'll just say very briefly, he came from a poor family in, well, I shouldn't say poor because they were struggling with the Depression, and they had a hard time. and despite that, his father took him, he was from Brooklyn, and you knew that by his accent, and his father took him to the New York City Library. Every single week they went and they'd spend a whole full day just enjoying the library and studying and reading whatever. Also, his father, who was a rather difficult character, I understand, made him read the editorial of the New York Times from the time he was 7 years old and tell him what was in it, which sounds not exactly like good parenting to me, but nonetheless, Howard ended up getting a degree in political science, so I guess he had his impact. He spent a life of service. But he went to you won't believe it, he went to North Dakota for his freshman year from Brooklyn. He wanted to get away from his father, who was a little bit controlling. And I hope, God willing, it's okay that I said that. But anyhow, after his freshman year, he enrolled in the Army. It was World War II, in the middle of World War II. And he was sent to North Africa with Rommel's, the battles with Rommel, and then he went up the boot of Italy. And somewhere near Pisa, he was wounded on his 19th birthday. I think that was one of the greatest impacts that was ever on his life, that had to do with relationships and people. He actually saw the Nazi soldier who shot him. He was left alone. He fell into a ditch, and he was left there, and he was very quiet. He knew he was wounded, but he was scared to death that they would see his ID, which had, of course, on it, it had an H for Hebrew, and he was afraid that that would be seen, and thank God it was not. Some of you may know the story that he crawled back on his hands and knees. It took him all night long to get back to the American Army base, and when he got there, the password had been changed, and so he didn't know it, and he began to, and he had to go under barbed wire. I mean, it was a very treacherous journey. And so he began to curse with every four-letter word he knew, and when they heard him curse, they knew he was American. So he ended up going for 3 surgeries, being flown for 3 surgeries, and he carried shrapnel with him for the rest of his life. He never, ever complained. He never complained about anything, which is really quite remarkable with all that he did go through. After he went back to college again, then he went to University of Nebraska, and got his undergrad degree there. And his first job was being a probation officer, and because he really wanted to help people. After he was a probation officer, he then worked for social service. And what he said was that he gave every single applicant as much money as he was allowed to give, the top amount, because he really wanted to help them. Then he ended up getting an award to go to graduate school, and he got a master's in social work, and he began to work in the area of mental health. And he was in a state mental hospital in Hastings, South Dakota. Nebraska. Where's Hastings? Nebraska. After that, he was offered the leadership at Fort Logan Mental Health Center, and he became one of the 4 chiefs there, a job he kept for 25 years. I applied there, as some of you may know, and almost got a job there, but he said he would have fired me had I stayed because my paperwork is so abominable. But opposites attract, and he was very compulsive, and I'm very loose with papers and never know where anything is, so it worked very well. We complimented each other. He was just a wonderful person to know. He was a big person, even though physically he wasn't tall, he had a big personality. He was a Leo, and he used to love to growl and let you know he was a Leo. At the same time, he could be very tender and caring and argumentative and impossible and wonderful. And so I am very happy that I had the time with him that I've had. He was always very supportive to me in anything that I wanted to do, from starting to take cello lessons in my 60s to to my menorah work. He always came with me to menorah. He took a class every single time that we had one for 20 years. He was wonderful. So I love him and always will, and I know he's with us. And I know that he would love, what I like about this is like the whole It's like he's holding you in his arms, and you sit here and enjoy the beautiful spot. You can come to rest, you can come to read, you can come to meditate, or just to hear the beautiful music of children playing. So I want to thank each and every one of you. It touches me deeply. Each and every person who's come to be here with me. And I thank you so very, very, very much. One of Howard's very favorite things in the whole world was kugel. And he loved it. And so we have kugel and we have some apple juice on the back table there. And I wanted...
Not yet. In 2 minutes.
Oh, in a few minutes. We have one more thing to do before you get to eat your kugel. Okay, Rabbi.
Thank you. So, you know, as a rabbi, I've never been actually blessed a bench before. It's interesting because the word bench in Yiddish means bless, right? So it's like the double entendre of benching a bench. It's like, how do you bench a bench? And, you know, there's a beautiful blessing in the Talmud, that a passage in the Talmud where someone sees this incredibly beautiful tree and says, oh tree, what shall I bless you with? If I bless you, may you have beautiful shade. You already have beautiful shade. If I bless you that your fruit be sweet and succulent, you already have sweet and succulent fruit. And if I bless you that there be a beautiful stream by your roots, you already have a beautiful stream by your roots. So all I can bless you with is that your offspring should be just like you. That's what the Talmud says. So I want to bless you, Charlotte, and really everybody in the community, that this bench be a blessing to all of us, and an incredible legacy to Howard, and that people will really, as you said, just enjoy the wonderful solitude and meditative quality of this place. And may it be so for many, many, many years. And
I
that
wanted
way to serve as memory.
Okay, I thought of one other thing I wanted to say, if I may, and that's just saying how remarkable it was to work with Jessica, because she included me every inch of the way. And I had no idea how complex it would be to make something like this. And she came to our house and she looked at the furniture Howard liked. She looked at the art on the wall. She looked out in the yard and she saw all the wonderful... Howard was a magnificent gardener. He had stolen rocks from everywhere all over the state. And we have lots of redstone, sandstone. What's the proper word? Flagstone, there it is. And he always had them placed beautifully. It wasn't just that he took the rock, but he utilized it and he set it up. He had a color scheme, and he had a scheme that worked with the rocks, and they're beautiful. And so when Jessica suggested that this be the seat, I thought that was the most perfect thing in the world. And then we went through many, many different trials and tribulations getting the color right, but this was the exact color that I wanted to have. I think there's grace and beauty, and there's lines. The lines and the design are just really a tribute to Jessica for the hard work she did, loving work, and also to Howard, who loved art, who loved organization of color and design and so forth. So anyhow, I thank you so much, and I thank you so much for letting us do this and sharing it with the community. I'm so happy that you did, and Judy for playing the music that you played. He loved Fiddler on the Roof, and we heard it on public television 3 days before he passed on. And he was there with tears in his eyes, saying he always felt that way. So I'm so thankful that you could come and do this for us. Thank you, Judy.
And Judy was joined by Jenna, who was playing violin, and Aaron on guitar.
And Aaron on guitar.
And maybe we could close with another Sunrise Sunset.
Oh, that would be good. Because I think Sunrise Sunset is something Howard just loved.
And while Judy's getting her flute, I mean, this symbol, as Jessica said, is on Howard's gravestone. And actually there's a remarkable story, if you don't mind me saying, that because Howard is buried in a what do you call it, a military cemetery, there are only certain symbols that are allowed. And actually the only Jewish symbol is the Star of David, and also the hands of a Cohen, right?
Yes.
And long story short, neither of those was going to work out. And Charlotte actually, through incredible persistence and from a place of great love actually changed the government policy. So this is now, seriously, right? This is now an accepted symbol that people can put onto
If you go online,
military
it shows
graves. It's now there as an and it didn't exist before. So it's
And I
an
want to
extra.
mention it required incredibly organized paperwork.
When I have to do something,
So as the sun begins to set in this beautiful place, we'll play sunrise, sunset, and then people are invited to eat some kugel, and thank you for that, Charlotte. And anyone who wants to stay, we have Shabbat services starting very soon.
And the last thing I wanted to say was to quote this on that it says, on this spot, our chuppah, which was our wedding canopy, stood. And you remember my dear husband, Howard Krasnon, and it says, as strong as death is love. Well, so much. Oh, awesome.